at sa pagtanggal kay Paulo Duterte ng allocation po ng 2 billion yata yon, remember? 2 billion allocation na ang sabi ni Pulong, hindi niya ako luluhod sa inyo. Ayun, biglang lumitaw mga kababayan yung balita, pinasabog ni Saldico na may 51 billion pesos na na-allocate pala sa kanya. May komentary mga kababayan dito na pinablis yung Vera Files tungkol kay Congressman Paulo Duterte. Ano yan, Mr. Maravillas? Ito po, mga kababayan, Vera Files siya oh. Truth is our business. Di ba niya, Mr. Maravillas, yung Vera Files? Yun ang isa sa mga nagpa-fact check sa'yo. Ayan mo na sila na mag-fact check sa atin. Bakit niya, Mr. Maravillas? Habang pina-fact check ng Vera Files, ginawa mong source ngayon ng content. Nadaan lang po mga kababayan dito sa ating sa ating nakita ko sa messenger ko, may nag-share ng balita. Isa sa mga viewers natin yata. Sinulat po ni Antonio Montalban II, commentary. May relasyon yata ito mga kababayan doon sa pinasabog ni Paulo Duterte o ni Congressman Saldico, yung kababayan ko sa Legazpi City sa Albay, na chairman ng powerful Committee on Appropriations sa Congress. Nag-ugat ito mga kababayan to give you a background story doon sa People's Initiative at sa pagtanggal kay Paulo Duterte ng allocation po ng 2 billion yata yon, remember? 2 billion allocation na ang sabi ni Pulong, hindi niya ako luluhod sa inyo. Ayun, biglang lumitaw mga kababayan yung balita, pinasabog ni Saldico na may 51 billion pesos na na-allocate pala sa kanya during ng kanyang tatay, ng presidency ng kanyang tatay na si Maudigs. Nagkalkalan po ng mga tago-tago. Di ba? Lumalaan niya, Mr. Maravillas, yung kwento. Lumala. All about money and power. Yan ang laban dito sa Pilipinas po. Money and power. But before kong ibigay sa inyo yung commentary po, hindi ko ito commentary ng Vera Files. Wala akong kinalaman sa opinion nila. Gusto ko lang i-share sa inyo. Click subscribe muna dito sa ating YouTube channel and hit the notification bell para lagi kayong updated po sa mga kaganapan sa ating bansa. Like and share na rin po ninyo ng ating video para lalo kayong lagi kayong updated. At huwag na rin po ninyong i-skip yung ating mga commercial ads para tuloy-tuloy lang ang pag-unlad ng bagong Pilipinas. Sa mga naghanap po ng Spacious Fitness Gym, malinis and spacious fitness gym, punta lang po kayo sa aming Colossal Fitness Gym. We also offer Grab car rental with our brand new 2023 model ng Toyota Innova. We also accept booking for those who are planning to travel via PAL, Cebu Pacific and other airline companies, local and international, and bills payment for Meralco bills, PLDT, etc. Kung may po kayo, magta-travel kayo sa kahit sa sang bansa po, pwede na kayo magpa-booking dito sa aming office para maka-minus po kayo, makatipid, makamura. Lalo siyempre yung ating mga OFWs. Pati hotel po, nagbo-booking kami rito online. May Paymaya kami, may bayad center na rin po. Ang Colossal Fitness Gym is located at 3rd floor Security Bank Building, Landco Business Park, Legazpi City, Albay. For inquiries, look for Jilon Maravillas. Contact number 0966-802-0949. Ito yung aming Innova. Lagi nang matao sa amin po. Sa gym namin, na-set up na rin yung mga bagong gym equipment. Isang truck po itong dumating. Isang malaking truck. May treadmill na rin po kami. Ayos pa? Ayos na niya, Mr. Maravillas. Ito po yung komentary galing sa Vera Files. Bakit kaya niya, Mr. Maravillas, sinabing, is it the end of Paulo Duterte? Tingnan natin kung anong sinasabi rito po. It is a dramatic scene we are now familiar with. Paulo Duterte was fuming mad when the House stripped him of 2 billion pesos in funds for his district. Ito yung una po, pinag-ugatan po. He was left with a measly, in his own words, 500 million pesos. 500 million na niya, Mr. Maravillas. Ang term ni Pulong, measly, naliitan masyado. Matindihan niya. Nasanay po sa malaking si Inday nga po, mga kababayan, 125 million. Nilunok ng 11 days. At nang mayor pa siya, mga kababayan, sa Davao, billion pala yung confidential funds sa buong term niya. Mas malaki pa sa Manila at saka Quezon City, malalaking syudad. Talaga niya, Mr. Maravillas, spoiled na humawak ng kwarta ng bayan. Gumastos ng perang hindi siya kanila. Naliitan po. So sabi rito, how do the Dutertes know when public funds become measly? Let us count the ways. In January 2018, after Paulo had resigned as vice mayor of Davao City, that preceding December, there were 5 docketed cases against him in the Ombudsman. 2 were for graft cases that were criminal in nature, 2 were administrative, and 1 for ill-gotten wealth. Ang nagsulat po ng komentary, hindi po ako Vera Files, mahilig sila sa research. Yan po, Vera Files ang nagsulat po. Gayahin ko si Maudigs, Poncio Pilato po, hugas kamay. Vera Files po Vera Files, hindi ako po. Nagbabasa lang po ako. May ill-gotten wealth case pala, mga kababayan. Notice that of 5, 3 had to do with public money, and that was not all. One of these was a preliminary investigation on Paulo's statement of assets, liabilities, and net worth. But this was 2018, when the president was Paulo's father. The father had boasted that he would kill his son if he would be found guilty of corruption. The Duterte presidency was under a Machiavellian climate of fear. Did we really expect all the 5 docketed cases against Paulo Duterte and the Ombudsman to prosper? Hell no. That was only for fantasy tales. Rodrigo Duterte, of course, did not kill his son. Those are just part of his monotonous boast to bolster his cleansed fist image. It remains just that, image. But the indelible mark was made. The Dutertes get away with the law because they are the law. Hindi pa ako nagsulat niyan. Vera Files po. Hugas kamay uli. Like of all his siblings, Paulo Duterte is heir not just to the dysfunctionality of the Duterte clan he was born into. He inherited his favored political status through the grotesque politics of his father. He was raised to flaunt arrogance. He was accustomed to see ordinary citizens cower in fear at his presence. Money was a commodity to silence the truth. No one must talk but against a Duterte and reveal their secret side. Ganon, mga kababayan. Kaya po, huwag na kayo magtaka kung bakit sinabi ni Pulong, hindi niya ako luluhod sa piking Panginoon. When he resigned as Vice Mayor, Paulo appealed to the masses that believe the Dutertes are for real in public service. He said he would retire from politics in 2019. the year of the midterm elections. Halfway into his father's bloody reign, I will going back to farming. I am planning to retire, he said. Did he? Humility is not a trait of traditional politicians in the Philippines. Like father, like son, siyempre. Baligtad yung mga sinasabi. Pag sinabing magre-retire, tuloy ang politika. Congressman na po siya ngayon. O, diba? In 2019, when Paulo won as representative of Davao City's 1st District to the House, he announced he would run as House Speaker. His father was President. Yet, delicadeza was never discussed of a power monopoly in the hands of the Dutertes. The House in 2019 would later appoint Paulo as one of the 22 deputy speakers when the temptation was dangled before them. Each would receive 1.5 billion pesos in pork barrel. It was eventually dropped when the plan was discovered in the Senate. But what stopped and considered the ridiculous inflation of having 22 deputy speakers? It was for the purpose of getting Paulo support for Alan Peter Cayetano instead of supporting Lord Alan Velasco, as Paulo had threatened Cayetano. Ergo, Cayetano made Paulo deputy speaker, and with it the pork barrel privileges of one. That explains why Paulo is fuming mad at Martin Romualdez' house, tripping him of 2 billion pesos in pork barrel funds. Paulo has been privileged for so long. Now that the Marcos Romualdez clique in government is dead set to demolish the Duterte dynasty, all that Paulo Duterte could do is whine and cash. There is no one to threaten anymore. Come to think of it, they could have been divested of all their decayed power and privilege since long time ago. It's time to see all Dutertes go. Ayan po mga kababayan ang commentary ng Vera Files. Tingin ninyo, may punto mga kababayan. So wag na kayo magtaka kung bakit umuusok si Pulong. Pero hindi nagpasindak po yung leadership ng Congress. Biglang pinasabog ni Saldico po, Chairman Committee on Appropriations, yung sinasabing 51 billion pesos niya in just one district. Inallocate during the time of former President Digong. Tatay niya kasi, na sabi ni Trillanes, dapat niya ipa-audit na sa COA. Sabi po ni Trillanes tungkol sa in-expose ni Saldicong 51 billion na allocation kay Pulong. At sabi pa ni Trillanes, nasa peligroan niya ang Marcos administration. Trillanes warns versus Sara Duterte. Koriniktado niya, Mr. Maravillas, yung kwento. Malamang po. Ayan man lang po mga kababayan for now. Short video lang tayo. Wala akong opinion, kundi nilatag ko lang po sa inyo bilang isang journalist yung balita. Shinare ko lang po sa inyo. Tagapagbalita lang po. Tagakwento lang. Hindi po ako ang may sabi noon. Vera Files po. Ako po si Dante Maravillas. Bye-bye. God bless.